Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. Exciting day today because as promised I do have that new team for you guys, which we will get into in just a second here. But our first match with the team today is going to be against July, another random person offline. So, yeah, there is the new team as you can see in the middle. Mostly familiar faces, if not all technically familiar faces. Though I have not used these Pokemon in quite some time, most of them. And those are going to be the Alakazam, the Machamp, the Omastar, and the Rotom Heat. We have not used those in quite a long time. The Flygon we have used a little more recently, but not here on BDSP yet. And then we have the Muck. Now, technically, I've never used standard Muck. I did use a Alolan Muck quite a bit back in the day, but yeah, never standard Muck. So yeah, really looking forward to using this team here. Looking at the opponent's team, it looks to be very strong and well balanced actually. Really neat team. So just going to make a quick note of that here before we start, and then we have, of course, not much time to decide what we want to lead with. So yeah, I think we're actually going to go ahead and go for the Omastar here. Could definitely backfire, but we will see how that works out. Alright, so he's going to go ahead and lead with the Swampert, as we lead with the Omastar. So, yeah, interesting lead off here. Not 100% sure what I want to do. He could make the obvious play. He could set hazards. We don't know. But he does, you know what, I think the hazards look pretty useful against him, so we're going to go ahead and attempt to set up a Stealth Rock on him here, see what he wants to do. And he is just going to go ahead and go for his Stealth Rock, so yeah, that is what it is. We are going to trade Stealth Rocks on turn 1, so yeah, it just kind of is what it is there. So yeah, I think, you know what, I think we're going to stay in here. Not a lot has changed, and yeah, I think we're just going to go ahead and attempt to set up a layer of spikes here, living up to our nickname as the Hazard King. He is going to go for a Mud Shot, so that's pretty interesting. Going to take us down by half, and that is going to cut our speed. So that's interesting. We are going to get a Stealth Rock, or I'm sorry, a first layer of spikes off in return, actually, which is positive, and then we are going to regain some HP with the leftovers. So, yeah, that's he's definitely going to be rocking an interesting set here, so not sure what to expect from this thing. But you know what? I think we're going to make a gamble here, and we're going to go ahead and try to switch directly into the Flygon, predicting he's going to go for another ground attack to try to take us out here. So yeah, we're going to see if that pays off. There is the Sparks, the Dragonfly. We do take a little bit of Stealth Rock damage there, and he is going to Mud Shot again, so not going to do anything to us since we do have the Levitate ability. So now we have another decision on our hands to make here. He may not want to stay on this matchup. However, he could also be packing an Ice move. We don't know the full extent of his set here, so it is going to be a little bit of a risk. Anything we do here is going to be a little bit of a risk. But I think we are going to... You know, I think we're just going to try to hit him as hard as we can with an Outrage here. I think that's going to be the play. And we do outspeed. He stays in. We nail him with a max attack Outrage. And it is not quite enough, unfortunately, to take that thing out. We take some Life Orb damage, and he does indeed have that Ice Beam on deck. And of course, that is going to go ahead and take us out. So that didn't quite work out the way we wanted it to. Unfortunately, we were going to lose the Flygon there, and that is going to knock us down to 5, as he is going to get some HP back with the leftovers. So the only good news about this is we do get a free switch now, and we can easily come in at this point and threaten a revenge kill with the Alakazam, our Spoon Man, of course. So despite the fact that we do have the grass coverage on deck for this thing, I don't think we want to go for it. I think really any attack we go for from this range will take this thing out. So I think we're actually going to go make the safest play possible and go ahead and click Dazzling Gleam here. And he does actually just stay in and let this thing go down. So yeah, from that range, Dazzling Gleam will definitely take the Swampert out, and that will knock him down to 5. So yeah, I don't know who got the better of that exchange, but I guess we'll find out in the future, as now he brings in the Shuckle, and he is going to go ahead and take some damage from the Stealth Rock and the Spikes, quite a bit actually, to the point where a max special attack Psychic might actually take this thing out from that range, depending on whether he's more physically or specially defensive, although he may very well have come in with this thing because it is more specially defensive, but you know, he may very well try to set another hazard up on us. So you know what, I think we're just going to go ahead and roll the dice here and go for a Psychic and see what happens. Of course we're going to outspeed this thing. We go for that Psychic max special attack, and it is not enough, unfortunately, to take him out, as he is going to get some HP back with a Berry Juice there, and then he's going to go for a Toxic, which is kind of interesting. I don't know why he would do that. He might have been predicting a switch on my side. He does in fact know that we are packing the Magic Guard ability because we didn't take damage from the Stealth Rock switch. So yeah, we're just going to stay in and Psychic again here, as he is just going to stay in, and we are just going to go ahead and this time take that Shuckle out with a Psychic. So that is pretty awesome. Yeah, and that is going to knock him down to 4. So Alakazam getting us back in the game here. That is pretty awesome. And yeah, that is good news for us. So capitalizing on a little over prediction on his side as well. So now he's going to go ahead and come in with the Umbreon, take the Stealth Rock and Spike damage there. And we don't want to stay in on this matchup. Alakazam does look pretty useful for most of his team. So we are actually just going to go ahead and switch directly into the Machamp here to face this thing. So Machamp is here. John Cena references. So yeah, we're going to come in, take that Stealth Rock damage, and he's going to go for a Sand Attack, which is pretty unexpected. He's going to lower our accuracy with that, but that actually doesn't matter in this situation because he does get some HP back from the leftovers as well. We are going to get our HP back from the leftovers, but we are actually packing no guard, which means that that accuracy drop is not going to matter. So we're going to go ahead and go for a Dynamic Punch here, as he actually outspeeds us, goes for another Sand Attack. He's probably not expecting the no guard, as it's the less common set these days. He gets another accuracy drop, but that is not going to matter since we are no guard. We're going to hit him with that Dynamic Punch, guaranteed to hit, and at max attack, that is going to go ahead and get rid of that Umbreon and knock him down to 3. So that definitely worked out in our favor, definitely caught him off guard with that one. So now he's going to go ahead and come in with the Charizard in response, and he is going to take 50% off that Stealth Rock switch in, which is obviously great for us. We could switch out, we could stay in. Not 100% sure what we want to do here. I think actually we're just going to stay in here. We should be able to take an attack from this thing. We're going to go ahead and go for the Stone Edge, as he is going to go for a Fire Spin. So he's going to go ahead and hit that. Not going to do a lot of damage. He is going to trap us in with that, although we are just going to go ahead and nail this thing with a Stone Edge in return, which will be more than enough to finish that Charizard off from that range and drop him down to 2. As we do get some more HP back from the leftovers. So Machamp wreck and shop here as well, and that is definitely great news for us. So yeah, now he's going to go ahead and come in with the Breloom, and he's going to take that Stealth Rock and Spike damage there. So now the question becomes, what do we want to face this thing with? And I think the answer to that has to be our Shiny Muck. So we are going to go ahead and switch directly into that. Want to save Machamp, as it does look useful against his last Pokemon. So here we go. There it is, our second ever Shiny in a competitive Wi-Fi battle. The Shiny Muck is going to come in here, take that Stealth Rock damage, as he is going to go for a Leech Seed, so that is kind of unfortunate. He is going to set that up on us, and then he is going to regain some HP with his leftovers, and then he is going to steal some more HP away from us with the Leech Seed, as we do also get some HP back with the Black Sludge. So, yeah. So that is going to put him back up to full, unfortunately. So here we're just going to go ahead and click Poison Jab. I expect this thing to go for a Spore to put us to sleep, and no, he actually goes for a Protect instead. So that is pretty interesting. He's got some pretty interesting sets all around here. Definitely some unexpected stuff. So he stalls out another turn with the Protect. So that is going to he's going to take some HP from us with the Leech Seed. We got some back with the Black Sludge. But we are losing a little more than we are gaining. We're just going to Poison Jab again here, no reason not to, as he's actually going to Stun Spore, so that's kind of interesting. So it doesn't look like he even might have Spore on deck, so that is highly unexpected for the Breloom, but we are just going to Poison Jab this thing. Luckily, we don't get full parried, and yeah, that Poison Jab is just going to go ahead and get rid of that Breloom outright at max attack on our side, and knock him down to just 1 as we get some more HP back from the Black Sludge. So really unique sets on his side, but not exactly working out for him, as now he's going to come in with the Dragonite. It is his last Pokemon, and there's no point in switching at this point. We're just going to go ahead and try to hit this thing with a Poison Jab to chip it down, as he is going to Dragon Dance. So that's definitely not good for us, as he does get that +1 attack and speed, and thankfully we do not get full parried this turn, so we are able to hit this thing with a Poison Jab, which will knock it down to about a quarter HP, and we do get the poison off that, which is really clutch for us actually, because that is going to limit this thing's ability to wreck shop on us. So yeah, that is great. So now he is going to get Leftovers HP back. We get Black Sludge HP, and the Leech Seed still active, unfortunately, is going to give him some HP back as well, and then he is going to take some poison damage here. So we could try to switch, although I'm not too worried about it at this point, even despite that he's getting HP back with the Leech Seed and the Leftovers, because he is poisoned. So we're just going to stay in and Poison Jab again here, and he is going to get greedy again and go for another Dragon Dance. I guess at this point he realizes he just has to go for broke, because otherwise he's not going to win anyway, and we actually get full parried this turn, so that is really unfortunate for us, as we get he gets HP back from Leftovers, we get HP back from the Black Sludge, and then he's going to take some of our health with the Leech Seed, and he is also then going to take some poison damage. So a lot of end of turn mechanics here, just eating the clock away, although we are still good on time at this point. So yeah, I think honestly at this point I didn't want to do it, but I think at this point we actually kind of have to go for a switch. So we're going to switch back into Omastar here basically as fodder, because we just can't afford to let him get any more HP back with that Leech Seed. So yeah, we're going to come in with Omastar here. We're going to take that Stealth Rock damage, and he is going to Roost. So actually that's pretty bad for us. So he's going to go ahead and go back up to full HP with that. We are going to get some HP back with our Leftovers, and then he is going to take some poison damage. So thankfully, the poison damage here is going to keep this thing from having its Marvel scale up, which could definitely be really clutch for us. So we're just going to go ahead and click Ancient Power this turn, as he's packing Thunder Punch. He's going to go for it, and we can definitely not survive that at that range. So that will take that Omastar out and knock us down to 4. He is going to get some HP back here with the Leftovers, and then he is going to take some poison damage. So I'm not 100% sure what we want to bring in to face this thing. We're not 100% sure what else this thing is packing. I think we're going to go back into the Muck, actually. I think that might be our best possible play here, just because now the Leech Seed is gone. We do have some answers for this thing, although we don't want to deploy I don't want to deploy the Alakazam just yet until this thing is a little bit lower in HP, hopefully. So we're going to go ahead and attempt to Poison Jab this thing again here, hoping to whittle it down. He's going to Thunder Punch. And we actually survive with 1 HP, but we get full parried again. That is really unfortunate. Okay, that sucks a lot. So Yeah, he's going to get some HP back with the leftovers. We're going to get some HP back with the black sludge. And then he is going to take some more poison damage. So the good news, at least, even though we're getting really unlucky with those full paras, we're just going to click Poison Jab again here, and probably not going to matter. But the good news is, yeah, he's just going to take us out with a Thunder Punch. So yeah, the full power is really, really hurting us here. That's going to knock us down to 3, but the good news is he is losing more HP from the poison than he's gaining. So that's positive. So he is going to, in fact, get some leftovers and then take some poison. So I think we have to, I think now is the time. We're going to go for it. We're going to deploy the Alakazam here. So we still have our Focus Sash intact, so we know we can survive at least one attack via the Magic Guard ability, of course. We're just going to click Dazzling Gleam here. And he is definitely going to outspeed us. He's going to lock into Outrage, and that is going to knock us all the way down to the Focus Sash, of course. We do survive, and we go for the Dazzling Gleam. Is it going to be enough? Yes, thankfully, it is going to be enough to go ahead and finish that Dragonite off, and that is game. Okay, so we're going to win that one 3-0 versus July. Which is ironic since it actually is July in real life now. Just realized that. But yeah, that was an intense match right there. Very close, very competitive. Despite it being a 3-0 victory for us, definitely could have swung either way with that Dragonite set up so heavily. But yeah, that was a really, really good competitive match. Very high octane and exciting. And yeah, some unorthodox sets on his side, but yeah, it almost worked out, but fortunately we were able to persevere, and yeah, it worked out for us. So that's it. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So that's it, and we'll see you next time.